Well, hello everybody and welcome to another edition of On Point Live, right here from the Manhattan Beach Studios, where we talk about what's happening in the sports world. Hello everybody, I'm Vince Ferragamo, former Super Bowl quarterback, and alongside me is 20-year veteran and Hall of Famer Jackie Slater. And Jackie, man, it's great to see you here for another session, and we got to talk a lot of stuff today. We have a lot of business to cover.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, Vince. Good seeing you too.
Yeah, man, it's good, Jackie. We got to first of all, let's start with the basketball. What's going on in the playoffs, Jackie? This is the conference finals.
Isn't it great to be living in LA right now?
Oh my goodness gracious! How many times did the Lakers get to this point? They seem to be they came out of nowhere this year, Jackie.
Out of nowhere. I told you 2 weeks ago, Vince, that all of the prognosticators were saying that if the Lakers kept improving the way that they were going to be a one hot team to be reckoned with once they got into the playoffs, and it's come absolutely true that way. They're really special right now.
They are, Jackie. They came off a big win over the Warriors, Jackie, and they did it at home. Okay, Jackie, they're a bounce-back team. I mean, they're led with, you know who won? Who wins every time? Jackie, LeBron James, right?
Well, he seems to win every time. And, you know, Vince, the way I think he wins is by being a great leader. I mean, we can look at his numbers all we want. I mean, but this guy, the work that he has done with Anthony Davis, first of all, with Lonnie Walker, with Rui Hachimura, and then with Austin Reeves, you know, you look at these games and you see him communicating with these guys, young upstarts. What that does, Vince, is it breeds confidence into them to know. You remember after Lonnie Walker had that big game, how LeBron was hugging him and holding his head and talking to him in his ear? He was confirming that young man, letting him know that we got an opportunity to win as long as you do stuff like this. Right. We don't win this game if you don't have the game that you had today. And to me,
that's reassuring, Jay.
That's reassuring, and it's saying a lot to those young guys. It's breathing confidence into them. Now, Vince, you know, when you think about LeBron James, you know, there's a lot of guys now. There's a lot. You hear this word just going around, permeating, certainly here in Los Angeles, referring to LeBron James as the GOAT. The greatest of all times, Vince. And you know, you watch this guy and see what he does, how he impacts people, and certainly he has to be in the conversation. The greatest of all times. Are you feeling that?
No, I'm not buying into that yet, Jackie. I have to tell you the reason why. Is because when I compare him to some of the great players I've seen play, and I've been a Laker fan all my life, Jackie, Dr. J, Julius Erving, was a great talent. I loved watching him play. He did things that were unheard of. You've never seen him before. The Iceman, okay, Kobe Bryant, all those years, what he was able to accomplish, Jackie. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. Look at Bill Russell. I mean, hey, the GOATs are out the pasture, okay? There's a bunch. But
there's
Bill
a bunch
Russell,
of GOATs.
11 championships in 13
years.
Seasons,
Unbelievable,
Jackie.
unbelievable.
Okay.
That may never be duplicated.
I haven't even mentioned Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, probably the best center, and Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, my goodness.
Jerry West, Elgin Baylor. I mean, come on.
There's some guys.
You know. And I didn't even talk about Michael Jordan.
Oh, you didn't even mention his name until the end.
Come on.
Well, I mean, maybe we should designate.
LeBron's a good player, okay? Let's put that
and maybe the GOAT doing his area. I mean, some kind of way he's got to get some GOAT action in there. Okay, speaking of GOATs and speaking of, you know, the great ones, you know, we in our sport, football, Tom Brady's, you know, nobody has a problem with labeling Tom Brady the GOAT, the greatest of all times. And, you know, there's some other guys that are playing this game now. And a lot of people say, well, you can't say a guy is better than everybody because everybody is great during their day, you know. But until I see other people do what this young man has done, it's going to be hard for me to say that everybody is better than Tom Brady. But nonetheless, the quarterbacks are the ones that get this label, the GOAT, all the time. And you know, who are some of the guys that you see now that's going to be falling in that category? You already got Brady, Joe Montana, Elway, Steve Young, just to name a few. Are there some GOATs? Do you see some young GOATs?
Well,
10 years from now, they'd be.
Okay, well, Jackie, you know, we got to get, we'll have to label that discussion for later because we got a really important guest on. And Jackie, before Kevin came on, we were talking about the GOATs and for quarterbacks, you know, and I was going to mention Patrick Mahomes, obviously, you know, maybe a Joe Burrow, but there's so much left in front of those guys.
You're consumed with the idea that nobody in any particular era can be excluded from the conversation of being a GOAT. And so you didn't give me a chance to get around to asking you this question. And my question to you, Mr. Ferragamo, is this. You know, we've seen Joe Montana, we've seen, you know, Tom Brady and the list, Steve Young, all these guys. you know, when you look at the guys that are playing today,
Yeah.
a decade from now, the young people that are watching them now are going to refer to some of these guys as GOATs, the best of all times. And really what they're saying is the best that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So how do you feel after looking back over the years? You can look back 40 years, Vince, 50 years, and share with me, who do you think some of these young upstarts are right now that people should keep a keen eye on relative to them being special and being considered one of the greatest of all time?
Okay, you said it. You said an important thing: a keen eye on. So, what does that mean if you're considered in the greatest of all time talk? Well, are you exciting to watch play? I mean, is there excitement? Is there leadership? When you look at it, you look at players that have played in past years, a Joe Montana, Mr. Calm, even a Joe Namath, Mr. Cool, you know, you enjoyed watching them because you never knew the unexpected would come up. I mean, you would see great plays and you would just marvel at the play. You were just kind of flabbergasted that they would play something like that.
That they did what they did.
So, I mean, you look at a Patrick Mahomes, the way he operates, Jackie, his knowledge of the game, what he's meant to the game, you know, his importance and intelligence, how he manipulates a game plan, how he can throw left-handed and he's rolling to the right, how he escapes, how does he get through, how does he do that shovel pass, you know, all these things, the fun that he has, I mean, all these things contribute. Obviously, having the great coach along with you is very, very important. But I would see a guy like that, maybe a Joe Burrow, but they have an entire career left in front of them, Jackie. And if they can sustain this level of greatness, you know, for a long period of time, then they would be definitely in for a Hall of Fame kind of class.
So let me make sure I got this right. Tom Brady has been to how many Super Bowls?
Tom Brady's been to, well, I know Bill Belichick's been to 11, so he's probably been a good part of most of those.
So, and he's won
6.
He's won 6 Super Bowls, 6 or 7 Super Bowls.
So, I mean, there you go.
And he's done it with now 2 different organizations.
Right.
And, or can I ask you this?
Yes.
The next person that's ever referred to as a GOAT that perhaps plays his position, does he have to win more Super Bowls than Tom Brady to even be breast as
well,
the
if you're
greatest of all
looking
time?
straight at statistics, I would say he'd have to be in that conversation. Yes, he'd have to win multiple Super Bowls. And there's a lot of quarterbacks that have won 2 Super Bowls, Jackie, but not 6.
Not 6. Not. I mean, it's going to be a time.
That's a testament to not only his grit, his longevity, the way he's kept his body conditioned, his nutrition. I mean, at age 44. Still playing at the top of your game, Jackie. That's hard to believe.
It really is.
The rules are a lot different today. When we played, they could hit the quarterback in a lot of different ways that they can't today. But you know, I mean, it's great for the game, but it's great to see. It's great to have the ability to actually watch those kind of players and entertain the fans. It's all an entertainment game.
Absolutely, and they're enjoyable to watch at the most critical position on the field at any particular time, and to see masterful decisions made, to see them command control of the huddle with they interact. I've been in the huddle with 21 different quarterbacks, and that doesn't include playing in a Pro Bowl with Joe Montana and watching him how he operates. There's something special about you guys. You were a special quarterback that way too, Vince, and I'll always appreciate the way you operated. But when you win these type of games and everybody know you're capable of winning these games consistently, it's got to be a kind of a euphoric thing to have happen as an individual, knowing that you're in the huddle with a guy like that. So it's going to be fun to watch as we move forward watching pro football and looking for the GOAT.
Those guys are surely special, Jackie, in their own way. So